I'm actually doing this again. Welcome to episode 2 of Weekly Diaries. If this is the first time you're watching this, I'm basically gonna be blabbing about the projects and things I've worked on for the past week and what I've learned from that. If you have anything else better to do, you can just leave this video in the background. I don't know, maybe you find it interesting, maybe you learn something. Anyway, let's go. I have to mute my Slack notifications, it seems. Okay, first project rundown. So the first app is Prelens. Just a short brief. Prelens is a camera app that enables you to use your Lightroom presets as filters to capture in camera. We've done major progress last week on this. What we have tackled is a bit different than conventional filter apps. They usually use LUTs, so color lookup tables, which are mostly used for video editing and in the video space. But what we wanted to achieve is actually recreate how Lightroom interprets their settings, the values from the XMP files, and then capture this in camera. Of course, this is easier said than done because, of course, Adobe has a proprietary system of how they interpret those values in the XMP file. What we get from that is just numbers, right? So we have to basically recreate as accurately as possible how these values are then transformed into colors in the app. What we have done this week has been basically recreating the color engine that we're using. Our technical co-founder has really been doing an amazing job. And I must say, we're coming really close to what we consider would be, acceptable. We realize that maybe we'll never be able to 100% do this accurately. But if we come near that, we're happy about it and we can then, release the app to the public. Right now, we have more than 100 testers using this. The photographer community has been accepting it really well, and we're really happy to be able to work on this. Second project is Yournalist.ai. Yournalist learns your preferences. You give him preferences in the onboarding. It creates a persona. And then based on that persona, it searches and filters for news that are relevant to you, provides a daily digest for those news. And also in the summaries, it tells you, we call it why this matters for you. So how this specific news based on your personality affects your day-to-day life. We also made some big progress on this app last week. We have added now history, so you don't have just the daily digest. You can go back up to 1 week and look at the news that you have. We also added profile editing. Now you can go in, modify your interests, not just on the onboarding, but after the fact, right? And we have also, most importantly, added a feedback button and a feedback system, so the tester can, tell us what's going on, what they like, what they don't like, because this really means a lot to get the feedback on which we can base changes and improvements. So now the second segment, what have I learned this week? I would say the main thing, the main lesson that I got from this week was that focus is the most important thing. Sometimes I thought, I need more time, I need more energy to do this and achieve this and that. But at the end of the day, it's just choosing something that is the most valuable in that time, in that moment, and focus on that fully. Work on that until that's done, and then change focus to something else. And this perspective about the importance of focus is also one of the main things that I took from the last book that I've been reading. I mentioned in the last episode, I'm reading Click, How to Make What People Want, is exactly this, right? The importance of focusing on the thing that will make the most progress in that moment. For them, the first example in the book already states that the writer of the book is actually the founder of Google Meets, and how they turned Google Meets from something that was, no one understood why this would have value. It didn't stand out from the competition. And they took it from something like this in a week to a working prototype that users instantly clicked with. They solved their issue in just 1 week of pure focused work. And it showed also in this week with our team. Basically, when we decided to, ignore everything else, not even let the two projects overlap too much. If we work on Yournalist, let's work on Yournalist until we can ship this thing that we know is important. Then let's shift focus back to Prelens, right? And I think this goes for everything. If you're not focused on your reading, if you're not focused on your writing, if you're not focused on a conversation that you're having, like really focused on it, then you get no progress and you get no value from that. So yeah, this has been just a short rundown of this. Last week, the episode I watched, I almost barfed. I was so low energy. It was so weird for me to do this, but I still wanted to do it. I hope this week I was a bit more lively, because I really do enjoy what I'm working on, and I want to translate this into these videos. So when I look back at these videos, I can also be like, oh look, you enjoy what you're doing, you enjoy sharing the progress. Thank you for tuning in this week, and I'll see you again next week. Have a good one. Bye.